今天我们场内是全面禁止饮食，也要请大家在全程沸腾支持勇士的同时，也要全程佩戴口罩。那么希望大家，如果今天的比赛过程中你有任何的不舒服，也务必举手来告诉我们身旁附近的工作人员。那么防疫期间你我有责，谢谢大家的配合。
比赛要开始喽，赶快回座位坐好。比赛快开始了，不要再滑手机喽，不然就把你手打断。
好的，现场的朋友，大家晚安，大家好，欢迎大家在今天5月21号星期六的下午，再一次一起前来我们台北富邦勇士的主场台北和平篮球馆，先给自己掌声鼓励。谢谢大家用行动继续支持台湾的篮球，有你们的支持，台湾的篮球一定会越来越好。那在今天，相信大家礼拜三有来的朋友一定非常熟悉。那如果你今天是第一次来参与我们本次的主题日，我们今天也非常开心，可以跟我们的浪 Live 直播平台一起携手推出最香的主题日，让我在你身边。相信大家从赛前的场外布置、场外游戏，包含进到场内，也看到满满的富邦 Angels。那么在今天邀请 Angels 陪伴各位，也要邀请现场的勇士球迷朋友们，让我们继续陪伴在勇士身边，一起前进季后赛，继续为他们来加油。而在今天的赛前，我们也特别邀请到了2位浪 Live 非常有才艺的主播一起来到现场，要带给大家精彩的演出。让我来简单的为各位介绍，其中一位是来自选秀节目《森林之王2：生进传奇》所出身，而且还有一首作品大家也是非常的熟悉，就是我们麦香广告歌曲的原唱人刘学府。而另一位则是在去年浪 Live 直播平台所举办的寻找野蛮女友的全民大海选活动当中获得直播榜冠军的歌手，则是我们的黄宇翰。那么今天2位也要为各位带来非常好听的歌曲《致姗姗来迟的你》。现在就让我们一起来掌声欢迎刘学府、黄宇翰。
现场的球迷朋友们，大家好，我是学府。
Hello， 大家好，我是宇翰。
我不介意你慢动作，也不介意这次先擦肩而过。
吃1人份的饭，刷1人份的碗，真的没有觉得孤单。逛1人份的街，买1人份的单，真的没有觉得孤单。我相信你正在与我相遇的路上马不停蹄。所以当我拥抱整个世界的孤寂也相拥抱着你。
我不介意你慢动作，也不介意这次先擦肩而过。
某天我们总会遇到对方，然后说原来爱是你。
我不介意你慢动作，也不介意这次先擦肩而过。
某天你会发现灯火阑珊处的我，等了你好久
吃1人份的饭，刷1人份的碗，真的我没有觉得孤单。逛1人份的街，买1人份的单，真的我没有觉得孤单。我相信你正在与我相遇的路上马不停蹄。所以当我拥抱整个世界的孤寂也相拥抱着你。我不介意你慢动作，也不介意这次先擦肩而过。
某天我们总会遇到对方，然后说原来爱是你。
我不介意你慢动作，也不介意这次先擦肩而过。
某天你会发现灯火阑珊处的我，等了你好久
正在与我相遇的路上马不停蹄。
就算这次先擦肩
所
而
以当我拥抱整个世界的孤寂也相拥抱着你。我不介意你慢动作。
总会遇到对方，然而都说好骄傲。你总会等到姗姗来迟的我
总会等到姗姗来迟的你，
我总会等到姗姗来迟的你，
你总会等到姗姗来迟的我。
再一次
谢谢各位
谢谢刘学府、黄宇汉带来的演出，谢谢。
大家加油！
观众朋友们，现在介绍本场比赛双方球队登录名单。首先介绍客队新竹街口工程师。球衣背号4号高国豪，5号宋宇轩，6号陈坚恩，11号肖顺义，12号李佳瑞，24号郭少杰，36号林怡辉，52号荣义生。先发球员 starting by 背号7号前锋法师，8号前锋朱云豪，9号后卫田浩，31号前锋布鲁斯巫师，54号大前锋吴代豪。总教练林冠伦，助理教练沈金汉，体能教练黄胜富，防护员黄建元，防务员欧博宏，总经理高景言，领队陈美玲。球迷朋友们，本赛季我们将以卫冕目标迈进，相信自己没有极限，相信队友，相信教练，相信球迷朋友的支持力量，相信富邦勇士无限的可能。今年也再次打造热血沸腾的勇士主场。
To prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. So what are you afraid of? The feelings are made up. Get in the game, you're moving the fame, so then what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time.
We believe， 苹果相信。富邦勇士的球迷朋友们，你们准备好了吗？现在介绍地主队台北富邦勇士队本场比赛球员登录名单，让我听到你们的尖叫声。首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。球员出场，球衣背号3号得分后卫 Number 3 Jet 台湾喷射机张宗宪，背号8号后卫兼前锋勇士队归于 Number 8周桂宇，14号小前锋 Number 40球队队长本土洋将蔡文成。背号23号大前锋 Number 23勇士队 Jordan Smart 石伯恩，背号29号小前锋 Number 29张根宇，背号76号中锋大房东 AKA 大黄蜂曾文鼎。And now the starting Starting Five， 下面介绍先发5人，球衣背号0号后卫 Number 0， 南洋小跑车赖廷安。 背号2号后卫 Number 2， 优质射手简伟如。背号13号大前锋我梦林梦雪。32号中锋 Number 22 Extender， 年龄最佳洋将小夫塞瑟夫 Igor Zaitsev。 最后出场的是背号12号小前锋 at forward Number 12野兽林志杰，代理总教练吴永仁，助理教练江志胜、魏维，体能教练郑维轩，防护师林武章，助理防护师彭玉明，翻译梁兆轩，领队蔡晨如，双方球员场中相互握手致意。
Now you know you ain't alone, girl. I'm here to ride with you, never leave your side. We gon' grind till the night through. Time isn't running away, cause we got enough money, we can rob it and stay. So.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. It's been a best basketball in town. The battle for first place in the Plus League could be decided tonight. The Hsinchu Lioneers make their last regular season trip to Hubin Gymnasium for the last game of the year. The Braves, they're in first place right now. And the Braves, with a victory, can overtake them. Today making his Plus League broadcast debut is Alex Olin of the East Asia Super League. Welcome onto our broadcast, Alex.
Thanks for having me, Ryan. I'm really excited to watch this game between two top teams.
In fact, actually, the Dreamers still have a shot as well if the Braves win. But the Dreamers can notch 2 victories in their last 2 games of the season. Those are dates to be determined. They will actually overtake the Braves. So still an exciting finish to the regular season, determining the 1 through 4 seeding in the playoffs. With the Kings right now sitting at 4th place. We expect that to remain the same.
Real tight race end of the season. That's what you want.
Now for some statistical leaders, Sim Bullard leads things with 26 points per game. He's also on top in terms of rebounding at 20-point game. Kyle Lee Kayen, 5.96 assists per game. He's also second in steals to Sun Wei, 2.25. And Brandon Gilbeck of the Dreamers lead things with 3 blocks per game. But crucially in this game, Sim Bullard not in the active roster for the Lioneers. It's only the 3rd time this season. We'll see what kind of results they can have. They've already done it twice and lost both of those games.
So they're missing 26 points and 20 rebounds.
That's according to the stats. On screen is our Mandarin broadcast duo. On the left, it's Aaron Yang Zhenlei, and on the right, Mark Tianhongpei. 球员朋友你找到了英文转播的连结了，要看中文转播，洪奎跟郑磊就转到中文的转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得按赞。The last time these two teams matched up, the Braves were actually without Michael Singletary because of the suspension, accumulating 6 special fouls. But in this one, dealing with a little nagging injury, so lone import for the Braves. Lioneers won that game and tied the 2 teams up at 23 and 14. And they have now since overtaken, at the time, first place Kings. Now we'll be going over to the interview of Lioneers Guo Shaojie pre-game, a former member of the Taipei Fubon Braves last season. He's also played really well against the Braves, scoring 17, then 18 points, and going a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line.
其实一直都有把自己准备好了，那就是在4月3号之前的比赛，然后球队战绩掉中断班，然后加上一些伤病的问题，那就是 觉得自己是时候要跳出来帮助球队。然后这就是为什么工程师今年就是本季会补强我的原因。然后上了球场也没有多想什么，就只是想帮助球队赢球。辛巴主宰能力一直都很强，然后在4月1号之后有本土陆续跳出来嘛，像是国豪、云豪，我或者是顺义，然后就觉得这一场比赛只要有3位本土得分平均超过10分左右，然后就是球队赢球的几率就会比较高，这样子。
Guo Shaojie stating in that segment before the game that he's here to step up for some of the injuries or the chances he'll be getting as a veteran with the team. And also, even without Simbular, he believes the team will figure out their scoring. Nick Faust is a big part of that equation against the Braves, averaging 28 points per game on very efficient shooting and has a great 45-point game here in Heping Gymnasium.
Wow, I think I remember that game. That might have been the New Year's game. He's one of the most exciting players to watch in the league.
I believe he made 8 3-pointers in that one, and the Lioneers really boat raced them on New Year's Day before the next day defeating the Kings in overtime. But without Simbular, as I mentioned, the Lioneers played the Steelers and then the Kings, and at the time it was a rotation decision, and they really played like a very different team with and without him. On the other side, we talked to Zheng Wenting, who we call the landlord here on the English channel. Dinge's been playing a lot better of recent.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Lioneers adjust and adapt their lineup.
其实也不是得心应手吧，应该就是因为因应不同的对手，那教练团就有不同的战术考量。那可能只是刚好在我对国王的这几场球，可能比较多是由我这个点来做一个发动战术的起始点。那也很感谢队友，这是在能接到我的传出去的球之后，他们都能把握那个出手，并且命中这样子。是那2个球其实也是因为战术的考量嘛，应该都是中线切进去，然后只是刚好我把一个空间拉开，然后站在底线的位置，那中线也相信我把球传给我这样。那至于今天的比赛，当然大家都知道辛巴就是一直站在禁区，然后比较不太会出来。那当然我们是希望能把握外线的命中率了。那当然不管在哪个点，都希望那个命中率都可以提升这样。
The landlord, along with a number of other teammates, form what they call the Golden Era Core. Speaking about being the offensive focal point and the starter for the team, actually on the season, he's right now in the active lineup, second in terms of assists, 3.2 per game. And of course, has hit a number of key threes down the stretch.
Oh yeah, he's a totally clutch player. Does a little bit of everything. Plays great defense, gets in the paint, can stretch the defense, go outside. Awesome player.
And in fact, the last game without the second import, Dinge actually played defense against Simbular for a lot of those minutes. On the other side, Ihor Zaisev will be the lone import for the Lioneers, as we mentioned. Perry Jones sustained a little bit of a knee tweaking. Michael Singletary, a little bit of wear and tear from the season. Against the Lioneers, only 11 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1-1 record, compared to a season of 19 points per game and 10 boards. It's definitely not been as easy against the Lioneers. Last year, the 4th place team, but this year, racing all the way to 1st.
Yeah, they figured out a little bit of a way to lock Zaitsev down, haven't they? But we'll see how that holds up without Simbular.
Been 9 wins last season, 19 this season. We'll break down some of that process during the broadcast. As we call him Kobe Luen, in the middle, the crew chief for this referee crew on the game. For the Lioneer starters, Tian Hao will be making his 4th consecutive start with Oscar out. He might come off the bench. Nick Faust, joined by Zhu Yunhao, Brezowitz, and Wesley Wudai-Hao. Meanwhile, for the Braves, Lai Tian's getting the start next to Louis Jianwei Lu Beast, getting his 6th start of the season. Ray Li Mengshi, who they love to have start, along with Ihor Zaisev. On another 放我在你身边 Live Beside You theme, extension from the last weekend. their management.
好，接着我们在倒
there
数
for the
3分
ceremony
之后，
opening
加
tip.
体育长来帮我将球
As I was
往上
saying,
来开球。
definitely a
现
very
场朋友
big
一起来
difference
倒数
with and without Sim.
3、2、1，请开球。
They get out-rebounded by 16 points
好
per
的，再一
game.
次掌
And
声
they
谢谢我
foul
们让
4 more times per game. And
直播
those
比
are all
赛
concerns
队
that
长武
is
传
the
祥
stability
队长
that
谢
the
谢。
Lioneers like to have a big center for. Last year is
接着
Hsinchu
比
to
赛
beat,
马
but
上就
this
要开
season,
始，加油声来
Sim
献给
Bular
勇士
provide
队，
that
一起
stability.
来
Yeah, Simbular is basically an immovable object, so they use him quite well.
Lioneers in their black jersey set and the Braves in the whites. Tip is up and the Lioneers will start with possession. Big fouls. This time guarded by Beast instead of Jet. Usually would start off with Uncore. There's an early bucket.
Faust gets it going right off the bat. This could be a long day for the Braves if he keeps hot.
Now Oscar was dealing with injuries before, this time coming off the bench. A little slip, and Mongshu gets to the rim. Not enough
Beautiful.
resistance by the Lioneers.
Beautiful pass by Beast. Recognize that they didn't switch. Go inside Mongshu.
Now Tianhao, early floater, gets the runner to go. Tianhao certainly turned around his second season after starting very little play time to begin with. Usually plays very well with the big centers of the Lioneers, but this game without.
Oh, Lioneers are such a young team.
And on getting the switch, I'm curious, Wu Daihao ISO against Zaisev. The scoop rolls out.
Can't get it to
Close
go.
one. Mongshu with a rare three-point opportunity, too strong.
Yeah, not settling for
Rebound to the Lioneers. Like Bruzowitz, his third game in the Plus League, knocks down the three.
Bruzowitz.
On the season heading into this game, 6 of 13. And a quick 8-2 run to start the game.
The Braves just couldn't quite reset their defense after they gave up that offensive board.
Lewis given space. Zaisev double. Mongshu lost it for a second, so Lai Tian will take the three in and out. They call it for the Braves. Now, of course, we talk about the Lioneers going from last place to first place for now. Meanwhile, the Braves took a noticeable step back, even though they still have a chance for first place. They have only lost consecutive games once. Kings and Lioneers, March 28th to April 3rd, so that's a good note in their favor. Beast takes a tough step back.
Trying to get something going. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Braves took a big step back or everyone else just took a big step. Oh my goodness. And Faust is feeling it.
Another three, that'll force the home team to take a timeout. Good start for the Lioneers, who are trying to sweep the series here in Hooping against the Braves. Thanks for watching Plus League Basketball. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, they got to be careful.
Faust getting on the scoreboard early. A couple three-pointers, one to start the game and one to force the Braves to call timeout. Sometimes players just shoot better in certain venues.
Super quick release. They're not sticking on him one-on-one right now. They're probably going to make that change coming out of this timeout.
Smart, number 23, is in for the Braves, taking the place of Hsinchu. No changes yet for the Lioneers. There's a spot they're going to attack. Zaitsev, the local bigs, the Lioneers. Lioneers, runner is in.
Checking on Chen-Hao matchup's going to be interesting.
Big Faust already with 6 points. Ices on Beast again.
Stand with on end.
Chen-Hao taking a tough one, and there's Faust on the second effort. Well, if he's going to get the scoring flashy from the outside, he's also going to get the dirty work. That's going to be a big problem for the Braves.
Yeah, Faust is absolutely on fire. They need to put a guy to just shadow him the entire time.
Zaitsev, nice finish. That's been a specialty for the Plus League this year.
There you go. We should get Zaitsev going a little bit.
Another deep pull, this time off the target.
Yeah, Faust might have gotten a little overconfident. I still like the shot with the hot hand.
Lewis this time short with his three. On the season, a 34% three-point shooter. Critically for the Braves, they're missing Michael Singletary and also missing Joseph Lin.
Joe would have loved to see Joe Lin. He had a great game on Wednesday against the Kings. Oh, Faust with a super deep three. He has come out firing.
That's already 11 points in the first quarter. Lioneers tries to answer. He got it. Also shooting well from beyond the arc. Lioneers at 30. Bruzewicz gets the answer.
It's a cherry pick, basically.
Not even halfway through the first quarter, Lioneers already with 18. Bruzewicz defending Zaitsev who gets the right hook on the run.
Yeah, Zaitsev opted not to kick it out there. Oh, but Wesley beats him.
Foul, no bucket though.
Yeah, Wesley missed that and one. He should have had that.
Already a couple times that the Braves were caught in transition, and Zaitsev as your last man back, who was the one who scored on the other end, is a very bad sign.
Yeah, not sure if the Braves are a little sluggish because they're tired or what exactly is going on here, but they have come out just a little bit behind these Lioneers who are shooting lights out.
Only the first one. Wesley Udaihao, along with their Taiwan University student, Rong Yi-sen, demanding the center. But Mike Bruzewicz also got a 2020 game, I believe in his Hsinchu debut.
Really, wasn't it 2020? See if he can get back to those numbers.
And Ray Cha Sokoyer's in the game. Smart, good to go. Reddy Smart usually saves his best for the last. He's gonna have to jump in there with his teammates.
Awesome Bruzewicz. Bruzewicz, fade away.
Maybe Josh got a hand on it. Here come the Braves. Nice hand with a little lays it in.
Lioneers having himself a ball.
It's like a little delay of game warning. Seen that a lot in the Plus League this year. Don't really like that, but Lioneers a little bit more subdued in his second season with the Braves. But on the starting lineup, finally showing something. Usually they have him off the bench as a kind of a change of pace guard. game without Joseph Lin, the only local to have multiple international games as a Brave against the Lioneers.
Oh wow, okay.
ISF deep positioning, passing out of it. Josh, he's got to get the offense going after losing the handles for a sec.
Going back to Lioneers.
Early shot gets him foul. Lioneers definitely foul a lot in the league. Most, in fact, 22 per game without Sim. That number goes up to 26 fouls per game.
Yikes. Well, they've quickly let the Braves back in this game. Lioneers really breathed life in this team.
Now, opponents without Sim in there take 32 free throws. An extremely high number, considering they already allowed the most in the Plus League at 25 free throws to their opponents per game.
Oscar Cow coming in for Tian Hao.
Last season and this season, he had a leg contusion that he held him out, but this time, something else in his way. So Oscar is missing a couple games. He's back now. Statistically, he's replicated last season, but with 13 more points to his three-point percentage.
Okay, there you go. So the Rookie of the Year getting a little bit better. Not having a sophomore slump. That's what you like to see. Lioneers also taking a seat, getting a little bit of rest.
He's already got 8 points, leading all Brave scorers.
So you got the Rookie of the Year being was being guarded by the MVP.
A little bit of a matchup zone. Faust in the corner. There's enough room.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about hot starts, 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting. League record, I believe, is 21 points. Usually slipped on the floor as Jet tries to find the open man.
Oh, 2 turnovers in a row. Jet comes out with it.
His three. Bricks that one. Another rebound for Smart as Winston pops it. Good with that one.
He'll hit that all day if he doesn't open.
A very unconventional push shot, but he gets it to work.
The 3 points made record by Doug Creighton with 9.
That's a local player record in both. Anthony Tucker owns the record 10 for 20, I believe, against the Lioneers in Hsinchu last season. Now Jet doing a much better job on fouls. As he almost got that one. That would have been, we might have had to call the game off. Now that I missed, I could say things like that.
Yeah.
We do expect a lot of Jet on Nick's fouls. Josh down the middle.
Nice.
Jet missing the close one. Good opportunity. Winston. Zaitsev. Still a loose ball. Nick Fouls finally comes down with it. Here come the Lioneers on the break.
Kuzowitz kicks it out.
Oh,
get it.
Got his feet set.
That's a problem Lioneers are going to have without Tim Villar in there. I think there was about 3 offensive rebounds in a row.
Lioneers send a double quick. And Oscar jumps that pass. On 2. Captain Evan able to get the lane with the foul. So the Lioneers answer the Braves run right here.
Josh can't believe it. Looks like Faust is going to come out, take a little bit of a rest.
Good to see Bijare being aggressive. We'll see if he can pull it out and knock down a few threes. This year, almost exclusively drive happy. Zaitsev will also take a rest. He'll give way to number 76. They call him Dinka.
We call him the landlord.
Like I mentioned, he's been playing really good as of late.
He has. He's been getting it going. Double Jet.
Lioneers are going to be aggressive. They do cause 26 turnovers in the 2 games without Sim. Very hard market. Landlord to the elbow jumper.
All right, he said he's picked it up. He heard you. Easy bucket. Oh, awesome.
he's on the board now. Haven't seen him since May 1st. He came off the bench against the Pilots.
Yeah, well, good to get him healthy right before playoffs.
This time Josh tries to get it back. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. Now the Lioneers and the Braves went on long winning streaks. Different times, of course. Braves 7 didn't match last year's 8 straight wins to finish the season. But then they got a long rest before their finals appearance as the Dreamers and Pilots had to play it off in a playoff series. But this season, 4 teams will be playing in the playoffs, so who's going to get that first round bye, as we call it.
Oh yeah, it'll be real competitive playoffs. All 4 teams, very evenly matched.
Of course, injuries and COVID will be crucial down the stretch. He's fresh in the game. Oscar, they leave him open again, and getting the bounce.
Yeah, he loves that little floater. He'll take that 100 times out of 100 times.
A couple times now, the Braves defense leaving Oscar one of the best scorers for the Lioneers open.
I guess they can live with him shooting.
Maybe, but he's a 37% three-point shooter this season.
He's doing some nice dirty work.
Got the mismatch. Trying to back down Winston.
Yeah, that's not working very well.
Glad he got hit there, but probably could have made a stronger move. Braves slow it down. Josh getting by Oscar. His runner is in and out.
Bruzewicz with another board.
Push up ahead. Bruzewicz would have been open, but Jet got in the way of it. Right now on the game. Lioneers hanging with the Braves in terms of rebounding. Mike Bruzewicz has already got 5. Josh will take a seat, make way for number 29, Jackie Zhangkenyu. Saojie is in the game. Mentioned him pregame. Wild pass out of bounds.
Yeah, just throws it away.
Nick Faust goes to visit with our Mandarin broadcast colleagues. Jet running the point sometime this second season, turns it over unforced.
Faust almost turns it over.
Leaves it for Oscar, tough lefty, in and out. As Jet spins, nice read by Saojie. Turnover. A rough start for last year's MVP.
Just loses it.
On the game, 4 turnovers by the Braves to open things up. Wake up. ISO'd on Monch. A lot further out than he likes to start. Stripped.
Nice play by Landlord.
The Lioneers have been bringing in some of those principles without Sub, as Monch gets the low post score.
Great find by Jet. You saw him get the leverage. Quick pass inside.
A couple possessions left. Oscar ISO'd on Ray. He's trying to get it back. Evan had an opening, but they passed out of it. Faust to the hole. There's a whistle. No lay-in.
Faust opts not to take the 3 and go in, gets the foul.
Might be a little bit of a risk, because when he's hot from outside, you almost want him to shoot it more than driving in and an opponent getting the hand on the basketball. We see Loisen come into the game. 3 team fouls by the Braves. Xiao Shunyi, number 11, also playing well recently in the Lioneer system. But it kind of makes sense. Maybe Sim might need the day off. He's played the most minutes for Lioneers, 1,062. The next highest, Nick Faust, down 758.
Wow. Well, much deserved rest for Sim. Get him rested for the playoffs. Keep Faust hot for the playoffs.
He's already got 16 points. So that's going to be tied for 10th, I believe, for single core or scoring the second season.
Yeah, I'm feeling this might be a high-scoring game, Ryan.
Faust trying to hound Jet.
Just going to slow it down.
But Blues was switched onto it. Can't get the shot off. Time's run out. The shot won't count. Lioneers with a great start to the first quarter. And they look to solidify first place in the second season in the Plus League. Thanks for watching. We'll go to a quick break. Back after this. Give a like, a thumbs up, a 10th for this possible clinching game for Plus League first place, Nick Faust. First quarter, 16 points, which is tied for 9th highest in the Plus League second season. And I looked it up, Alex, 7 out of the 14 of these high scoring outputs took place in the first quarter. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think a lot of the players come out, they're rested, they're ready to go. And in this game in particular, this game has playoff implications. This game, they want to develop the momentum for the postseason. They want to show who's really first place. So they came out firing. Nick Faust got real hot. His other teammates vibe off of that. Lai Ting-un got hot for the Braves, and his other teammates vibed off that.
Now we mentioned the Dreamers are still in the picture if the Braves can win by 6 or more points. They do need to win against the Kings and the Pilots. Those two games, as I mentioned, to be determined, to be scheduled. A couple screens for Lai Ting-un. Jackie turns it over in the corner. That's the second time right in front of the Braves bench.
We saw Beast and Landlord warming up on the bikes. Going to be going back to that legendary lineup pretty soon.
Now the Lioneers are a better team on the road offensively. 102 points to their 94.
Faust, another deep three.
All net with that one. Incendiary to start.
He stayed hot during the break. He's just fine.
Something about this building as we've had 9 30-plus point performances. We're tied with Hsinchu. Some of these players really love to play in front of the big crowd. Corner shot is going to be foul. Zaisev running into Huike in the corner. Not really worth it.
Yeah, look at Coach's face.
That's Coach Aaron, as Coach Roger still undergoing his mandated self-health management. It's a bad challenge by Zaitsev.
Yeah, you got to give him space to come down. Also can hit his hand.
Zaitsev asking for something else, maybe on the other end. Way short. Anyway, new addition to the Lioneers this season. Kind of a guy they count late in games and especially provide a little good counter to the Sindor on the other side.
Oh yeah, tough guy.
He scores 9 points per game for the Lioneers. Last season with the Ulin Dragons, the SPL. Lioneers tried to put the moves on Oscar, but
and the Lioneers playing some full court defense. Interesting.
Zaitsev misses for the 3.
Yeah, that's just a bad shot. They haven't been able to get Zaitsev going inside and shooting 7 threes.
He can hit them. He's one of the leading shooters, but he wanted later in the clock. It's Fouts getting around Winston and the English.
That was and 1-2. He got hit in the face.
21 points, but the Braves go quick, and there inside score for Zaitsev.
There you go. You got to get him going before this gets out of hand. 12 points now.
Away from Fouts, Oscar.
Almost good session on the spot.
Took a step back, but determined pass. Fouled again. This time Hornets are winning. Referee pointed to the baseline. Takes out. A little bit too physical even for Winston. Finishes over Oscar, and that's the kind of talent he brings.
Yeah, there's the arm to the face. Still makes it basically blinded.
29-year-old already with 21 points. Now guarded by Josh.
Zaitsev, he likes that.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. Zaitsev is kind of struggling on the defensive end now.
Is this the third on Zaitsev now?
Certainly 2 on the quarter. Here's Zaitsev indeed with 3 fouls. 10:04 left. He was in foul trouble over the weekend. Fouls misses from the corner and anyway, almost saves it for an offensive board, but will go out of bounds. So break for the Braves, major break. They need to do it on the defensive end. Already down by 12.
Zaitsev still in the game for now. Coach is going to have a decision to make.
Josh, that's open. Missed the mark. Pushed up the head. Oscar a little bit angle, and there's Xiaoshen Yi. Right away, another timeout.
Put back.
The Braves feeling big time, especially on the defensive end. Meanwhile, the Lioneers kind of just doing the little things to have this lead. Another break, back after these messages.
Fubon Angels 暂停时间到。
Number 7, Nick Faust with 21 points already in this contest, but Alex, I feel like all the Lioneers are getting on the action, whether it's with effort on loose balls or the coordination on defense or just keeping to the game plan on offense.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of matchups. They're taking advantage of Nick Faust's hot hand. So Braves defense was focused on him, opened a lot of other guys up, taking advantage of one import player for the Braves tonight. They've gone at Zaitsev, gotten him 3 fouls already. It looks like he's going to stay in the game, which is risky call, but not much of a choice when you're down by more than double digits.
Elliot Chen will check into the game for the Lioneers. His first action on the game. They show off their shot fake over to Jackie. 45 is out, and here come the Lioneers.
Yeah, they can live with the Braves shooting threes.
The better squad as Josh avoids the foul there. Jay is off the rim.
Tough shot, but he's been hitting those.
Maybe a man down as Josh missing three again. Braves start the game for 13 yard.
It seems like the only one who's hit a three for the Braves has been Mike.
Back and Josh
gets held.
A little handsy there. So 3 throws looks like.
Yeah, they're forced to play him so tight and so close because he's been hitting the threes, and now he can just blow by guys too.
Only the 14th foul, excuse me. Right now in the second quarter, the score is 9-2 in favor of the Lioneers, who, if you just joined us, won the first quarter by 7 points. So it's starting to add up to the lead. Check the screen back to mercy miss there.
Can't get it to go, but they'll come back to that for sure. Bruzowicz will hit that.
Pass around Lighting, and another hit. Lighting has already made 2 from outside. He's got a left.
There you go. Got to keep coming back to the little guy.
Offensive foul as Bruzowicz got a lot of too much going in that screening action.
Yeah, Bruzowicz just trying to open things up for Faust.
A little bit of an arm held or a little bit of the kneecap out. That's what they call it. Braves coming into this game only 7-10 against playoff teams. 41%. That's the lowest among the playoff qualifiers. Elliott a little slow. Fouled on the drive. Now they were 6-10 before playing the Kings, who were also shorthanded, only with 9 guys available. Kings put up a good fight.
Junior Howe checking back in.
Junior Howe, the first overall pick in last offseason's draft, and watching the collegiate finals, certainly a lot of good talent that don't come to the best league way. Zaitsev passes out. They're down low, nice find by Josh.
Great ball movement, that's what you got to do to break the defense.
Getting the lay-in. Another poor effort by the Braves.
Yeah, you definitely don't want Lighting guarding Nick Faust. That is probably the least matchup.
Least favorable, shall we
Least
say.
favorable matchup for the Braves there.
First personal for Faust. You're a little old school and want to foul the best player on the other team to get him out of the game. Only the 3rd team foul on the quarter. Jackie driving on Faust and getting the bounce. To the hoop and the lay-in. Continuing his scoring stretch. As the Lioneers call timeout, 7:09 left.
Hey, and he's got the Braves back in the game. He got them back in the game in the first quarter, gets them back in the second.
There we see Tian kind of just dribbling into no man's land. A little bit dangerous out there. And
Tian might have gotten away with a little bit of a foul. We're playing aggressive. Refs letting the guys play.
High has been 11 points. He's already surpassed that. Try to get a little listen into the Lioneers timeout. Lioneers against the Braves. Nick Faust, as we mentioned, 45 points and 31 points here. That's 57% shooting from the field, and he only took 5 free throws, so ultra efficient. Meanwhile, Sim would average 23 and 17 against the Braves. Now without Sim, the Lioneers only shoot 37%, but Nick Faust, he's the kind of guy to look to change that.
Yeah, he's been hitting it from everywhere. He can drive to the basket, steps back. Makes it look easy.
Only a handful for really anybody not named Zhang Zhongxian. Anyone not Jet. See on screen, 23 points, 5 of 9 3-point shooting. So he's the second highest in minutes played. After Sim, the next highest one, Lioneers 75, Oscar 690 minutes. Off of Bruce's hand, a little bit too hot, so Lioneers a little bit of a stumble here.
Yeah, Brucewood's lost that, but they had that working. They'll come back to that. That's fine.
Beautiful wet spot. Now the Lioneers have overtaken the Braves in turnovers. Right now with 6, Braves got 5.
This is going to be a game of momentum.
3 on the quarter for the Lioneers. Got a little bit of ball pressure. The Braves out. Trying to back down Wesley. Left is short. Faust chases him down. Get that extra. Double. Brucewood's now. Yes.
There it is. And they'll have that all day because they have no choice but to double Faust and pay close attention to him. Brucewood pops back out, and he can hit it from 3 too.
Already 2 of 3. This game 8 points for 6 rebounds. Jackie lost that one. Bicep squeezing his way in, but I'm going to get a T after that one.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't get a T for that.
That's critical because that'll be his 4th accumulated foul. You've seen the landlord, he's got to check into the game. So, you got to commend Zaitsev for working hard, but from this angle, it looks like he just lost it. Not a good time to be getting a technical foul. As the lone import, already in foul trouble.
Yeah, frustrated out there. It's been a tough night for him. He's getting doubled every time he touches the ball. No other import to kick it out to. Just some frustrations boiling over.
Nick Faust adds to his point total with that technical free throw. And the Lioneers got possession on the out of bounds. Pretty strong in this one.
Yeah, the Braves got to find new energy from someone. Lightning saved them twice. They got to find someone else to bring energy.
Got a foul on the back. Just lay-in now, 49 points for the Lioneers.
They needed that one bad. Otherwise, Lioneers were about to start running away with it. They figured this carousel out with Brucewood and Faust.
Short and bouncing out. Previously, Josh 0 for 4 from the field. Looking down the floor, Jackie's favorite play yet. Timeout for the Braves to stop things.
Bruisewitz is feeling it.
Josh feeling it. Left
Get it.
short though.
Hit from there, 2 possessions to go. Still a good shot.
Another foul down low. Nick Faust kind of slept behind the line.
Yeah, Nick Faust gonna go to the line.
Now, the Braves defense does allow the most 3-point attempts and 3-point percentages, and right now Nick Faust taking advantage of that. Will go to the hoop more often.
Yeah, they've allowed some easy, fast breaks too, which just showed the Bruisewitz and Faust.
I guess the only way without your timeouts is to make a lot of substitutions to try to break the momentum. Now, when they allow less than 12 three-pointers made, they are 7-1 versus the 45-56. Lioneers well on their way, already 7 for 14.
And real interesting lineup, real interesting opportunities for the Lioneers here. See them playing a lot faster than they're used to with Simbalar in the lineup. And Faust and Bruisewitz having fun, putting people in the pick and roll, popping it out, driving. Defense doesn't exactly know what to expect right now.
This is the first time those two imports are paired together, as Bruisewitz's previous 2 games, both with Simbalar and Faust, worked together with great combo with the Lioneers. He also played with Dawson a couple times. In fact, the 2 games we mentioned, without Sid, Beast lost it, and now the Braves try to recover.
Jet.
Works really
Get
off
it.
the mark. They really need those shots to fall. Faust on the spin.
Oscar for 3.
Really, the Braves definitely want to push a little bit harder.
Yeah, the Braves going back to the lineup with Jet, Beast, Winston, Landlord.
There's Lewis down to Jet. He flips it to the other side and blows it.
He misses the layup. I think he thought Bruisewitz was right there. Big Faust, you can tell he wants it. He's going to let it go down to 6.
Jet guarding him. He's going to get the foul.
He
Jet.
put his hands in the cookie jar.
Exactly what I was going to say. So more free throws for Nick Faust. Just as I said, didn't take that many free throws against the Braves, but he's going to have a field day. Already 5 for 5. Now 3 coming up.
Yeah, Faust knew exactly what he was doing there. Feels Jet's hand on his left arm, drives a little bit, pulls up, his hand's still there, easy foul.
Hits the first one. Now the Lioneers, without Hsinchu, score 12 points off turnovers and 15 on the fast break, higher than 7 on the season respectively. Right now, just everything's going, especially kind of to our surprise, in the half court as well.
Oh yeah, the Lioneers have some enthusiastic fans there. Faust 3 for 3.
Starting to become a route for the road team. As we mentioned, if they take the win here, they will clinch first place. Now, because of the rules we play by, so far from a FIBA book, as long as they keep it within a 5-point victory of the Braves, will actually be considered the Lioneers keeping first place because of the head-to-head as Winston. They get called for behind.
They're calling a push on Winston.
Understandable because Xiao Sui bumped out of position, so we'll call it possession consequence. I mean, it's a couple pushes today.
Close call. Could have gone either way.
Now, probably irrelevant, but Lioneers, if they score more in the paint, hopefully this is the first. He makes the adjustment. Xiaoshui, one of those players who's also kind of struggled to find his role on the team. And kind of a guy who needs a little bit more playing time to get in rhythm. Averaging only 11 minutes per game on the season. Zaitsev looking to check back in to try to maybe get it to within 10 before the half.
Wow, Zaitsev coming back in with 4 fouls. Three minutes
left on the clock.
See what they decide to do here. They haven't had much success going to Zaitsev in the paint.
Andor getting a foul off of Xiaoshui. That may be what we call a little bit of an experience move. Xiaoshui his first personal of the game. The Lioneers leading the game in rebounds. It's kind of easy to do when you force a lot of misses by your opponents, relatively speaking.
Oscar pushes it, but it's got to wait for the rest of the offense to get up there.
Back to Oscar. Tough three. Back, and here come the Braves. Beast and Lewis on side. Lewis's quick three is in. Maybe not how they drew it up, but Braves will take anything right now.
Yeah, they needed that real bad. And Faust out of the game so they can push it.
Wide open. His three is in. Too easy.
And he had about 10 seconds to line up that shot and take it.
38. Pass inside Jet, getting the left-handed lane. Pull it out. The basket. Oh, see how they call it. Kind of nervous as Zheng assuring Zaitsev he'll be all right.
What a pass from Oscar. Perfect pass from about half court out.
I mean, if he would have made the shot, it would have been a foul afterwards. Oscar on the season averaging 4.1 assists per game. He leads all Lioneers. We'll send Zaitsev to the line. Maybe this will get him into some rhythm. Taking the roll, Ukrainian. Big man has 6 points.
Hasn't scored in a while, so this is nice for him.
On screen, now 7, now 8. The last time the Braves played the Lioneers with one import, they chose Terry Jones. For the little YouTube he sustained Michael Singletary and Zaitsev against the Kings on their Wednesday game.
Left wide open.
Even without.
Nice find. And that's with Faust coming back in. The defense collapses on him and leaves Brucewitz wide open.
Spinning under the basket.
That was almost a windmill layup. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I've seen plenty of it. That foul, giving space and overpassing. Chen
throws it away.
Right now, the Braves completely out of sorts. Nick Faust already at 31 points. It's a Coach Greg special late in the quarter timeout as we get to enjoy Nick Faust's artistry at the rim.
He is an artist, isn't he?
Perfect 8 for 8 from the line, 3 for 10 from 3, and just a little 4 for 6 from 2-point range.
Yeah, he might be going for Simpilar's 50-point record.
That was 50 points against the Kings. Now, it wasn't overtime. It still counts. Right now, the Lioneers dominating this matchup. 32 points in the first quarter, 33 in the second quarter. Without Michael Singletary, one imported Zaitsev, also without really critical and Jets partner in crime Joseph Lin. He averages 11 points per game, which is 5th on the team, 2nd domestic. 8 assists Braves.
Yeah, and you can tell the Braves right now struggling with the point position, other than Leitingen, who stepped up. But Joseph Lin would be an extremely big help for them right now, especially coming off his great game on Wednesday, 19 points on Wednesdays.
Now I should mention, Michael Singletary is actually leading Braves, all Braves assisters at 4.6. He also will bring in 20 and 10s on the regular. So one last possession perhaps for the Lioneers to close out very strong first half. This is game 88. But it's a nice if he gets the block, steps out of bounds. The Lioneer go all the way to the back. Hopped over.
I believe that was Hsinchu.
Now in Hoping, they've lowered the height of the LED boards on the baseline especially. Looks like they're all ready to go. Salgier.
Wow.
Oh. Probably would have brought the house down off that one. They'll be going to the locker rooms. The Lioneers with the big lead in this one. Their victory would be clinching first place in the Plus League's second season. I'm Ryan Chen, joined by Alex Olin. We'll go to halftime.
答案就是我们的 Smart， 所以也要请大家投给 Smart 的朋友先留在现场，我们马上要来抽出我们今天的10位得主。那马上要来邀请在今天一起来帮我们抽出神预测的特别嘉宾，让我们一起来欢迎 Long Life 直播平台的才艺主播李子升，欢迎子升。好了，马上要来请我们的子升帮我抽出10位的朋友，可以获得由浪 Live 直播平台所提供的周边商品一卡通以及杯垫组。好，我们10位的朋友，子升一次来抽出来。好，来我来帮你，请大家来记得领奖。第一位是我们的2496，同时请大家。当你被叫到的时候，记得到我们两边的篮筐后方来集合。第二位3123，再来是2385，下一位是1641，下一位是4409，抱歉，4409。下一位2809，下面一位是3133， 再来是2030，接着是0987，最后一位5063。以上10位得主要记得，现在就可以带着你的得奖帘到两边的篮筐后方来集合，待会要来领奖。好，我们先谢谢富邦 Angels 他们有没有来跟我们的今天的特别来宾子升来聊聊？欢迎子升。
大家好，我是来自台中的李子升。
欢迎子升，今天来到和平篮球馆一起来支持勇士。那其实我简单跟大家介绍一下子升。他其实很厉害哦，他是在他的大学时期就参加过超级偶像选秀节目，经过校园海选，经过了半年多的节目录制，然后一路过关斩将，最后获得第6届超级偶像总冠军。先给子升掌声鼓励。
谢谢大家，谢谢大家辛苦了，谢谢。
那你随后也发行自己的个人专辑《深呼吸》嘛？
是。
那也陆续又发行了自己的个人单曲，想问一下。从一个都大学时代嘛，所以从一个大学生一路这样走过来，变成现在专业的歌手，等于有一种美梦成真的感觉。
我觉得这个就跟我们看篮球比赛一样啊，就是我们有想要的那个样子。就比如说我们的偶像有在上面唱歌或者打球，然后就我
It's halftime here in Heping Gymnasium in Taipei, home of the Braves. But right now, looking really out of sorts against the Lioneers. There's Aaron, Yang Zhenlei joining Mark Tionghui on the Mandarin broadcast. On this English broadcast, Ryan Chen joined by Alex Olin of the East Asia Super League. But looking on the game, Alex, right now, Lioneers found a winning formula between Nick Faust and Mike Bruzowitz. They're picking pop as we see the combined team stat. Lioneers pretty much winning in every facet except having one less assist, but I don't think they would mind that little loss of the stat sheet.
Oh yeah, the Lioneers have absolutely had the Braves number. Nick Faust came out guns a-blazing, hit about 3 3-pointers in a row. Then they played with him and Bruzowitz, picking and popping. They got Zaitsev in foul trouble. And now they just have the Braves on the run. The Braves don't know how to defend them. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they're going to make. Interim head coach. Faced with really one of his biggest first challenges.
It's interesting because they start the game with Beast on Nick Faust. That hasn't worked out. They sent some doubles at him, and that's caused a lot of rotational issues. Kind of curious to see the Braves so discombobulated, but we have to state again, without Michael Singletary, without Joseph Lin in there to kind of guys in the right rotation spot. So kind of understandably, every team has got to contend with kind of off rotation this season, except the Lioneers almost had perfect attendance when they're in.
Oh yeah, I mean they basically put the farm on Nick Faust and nothing's really working.
We'll get to some individual performances in the second block, but so far in the first half, Lioneers up big, pretty much winning every statistical category, and it really bodes well for them. This is in fact the last game for both these teams, as we have just a few called Lingjing games left to finish off before the playoff begins. Stick with us. We'll be back after these messages.
追求一种意想不到的温柔，你是不是像我曾经茫然失措，一次一次徘徊在十字街头？因为我不在乎别人怎么说。我从来没有忘记我对自己的承诺，对爱的执着。 知道我的未来不是梦，我认真地过每一分钟。我的未来不是梦，我的心跟着希望在动。我的未来不是梦，我认真地过每一分钟。我的未来不是梦，我的心跟着希望在动，跟着希望在动。One more time, hello。你是不是像我整天忙着追求？追求一种意想不到的温柔。你是不是像我曾经茫然失措，一次一次徘徊在十字街头？因为我不在乎别人怎么说。我从来没有忘记我对自己的承诺，对爱的执着。一起唱好不好？我知道我的未来不是梦，我认真地过每一分钟。我的未来不是梦，我的心跟着希望在动。我的未来不是梦，我认真地过每一分钟。我的未来不是梦，我的心跟着希望在动，跟着希望在动。
A little halftime performance here in the Live With You theme for the weekend. As we're gonna break down the first half a little bit more, although pretty simply speaking, the Lioneers just shooting more accurately, and it starts with their imports. Nick Faust, 31, Mike Kruzowitz, 15, so that's 46 combined points. Now, not to say the locals aren't contributing, they have 9 scores overall, but that pick and pop is really working out for them, and crucially for the Lioneers, they're not playing with a center some of the time. A lot of the time in back.
Oh, well, you just got to go with the hot hand. And Nick Faust, as you see here, has been the very hot hand. They got a lot of things working for him. As you said, the pick and pop, they put them in the pick and roll and the pick and pop with Kruzowitz and Faust. Braves haven't exactly figured it out, and Lioneers just running with it.
Now, the Braves messed up a lot with their defensive rotation. I was going to ask, Alex, they've rotated a lot of guys, which is good for defensive intensity, but is that kind of bad for their continuity on offense? As you see, Lioneers leads them with 13 points. It's a second season high for him.
Yeah, you got to give the guys time to build that continuity, to build the chemistry on the court, to get hot, to be able to make shots, and to understand what they need to do and adjust to the Lioneers lineup.
Now, when it comes to the Lioneers defense, against the opponent's imports, would average around 35, 36 points with only one import for the Braves this time. Not a big difference, but holding down the locals off defensively has been big. We'll see that and more in the second half.
他的突破就是胜负的关键。台湾大哥大 Open Passport 的名卡5.5%业界最高内线费现金回馈，再享多样升级优惠。 同时串联本单领，泛起一站式金融服务。挺神的，更挺你，人手不能。台湾大哥大 Open Possible 联名卡。
What colors do you like? 红牌油漆。
I knew you'd fit me like a glove the day I fell in love with the way you said my name. I know it sounds crazy, baby, try to understand me, please do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I knew you'd fit me like a glove.
说好的事，别再等下去。到特利屋，美好的生活自己打造，自主的事，制造美好。
想当 MVP 就要攻守兼备，全新沙拉龙粉类，来自英国抗菌第一品牌，对内防护细菌，对外展现自信，抗菌也能超有型，沙拉龙粉类极致登场，沙拉龙。
如何有效累积退休金？投资只想捞大鱼，每次出手都能成功吗？退休投资不用看大，年化报酬率6到12%，有效累积退休金。富华投信长钱之道，让你退休越活越有价值。
投资一定有风险，基金投资有赚有赔，申购前应详阅公开说明书。
要也竹签，这是每一餐的首选，还有宵夜必备，还得竹签，我有谈就让你满满经验，还得竹签，最超值的海鲜版的春风满面，这是竹签，人来海里澎湃，一定新鲜，一是竹签，这是阮对你的阿米拉夏伊马菲。
So I did the quick paper napkin math, and the Lioneers had a first half offensive rating of 146. That's really
wow.
Good. That's really good. The league maximum was a 159 for the entire game, if I can find that. That was the Dreamers defeating the Kings. In that blowout victory. Hopefully we might get something more exciting down the stretch. But of course, for those of you joining the broadcast, Lioneers without Simbular, but the Braves without Michael Singletary and Perry Jones and no Joseph Lin. Get a look at some of the faces in the crowd here taking in the game.
Oh yeah, a lot of fans in the stadium. Still a game with some playoff implications.
Braves, the only times without imports was game 72 against the Lioneers, who we mentioned. They've lost by 7. Then against the Dreamers, a big blowout victory down in Taipei. The Dreamers really seeking revenge. And with their victory last Sunday, they actually have the series lead over the Braves. And we mentioned the Braves struggle big time against playoff opponents in the second season. So it's almost like they're kind of the underdog heading into those playoffs, even though they have a chance to
They might like that, actually. And even in this game, I know they're down by double digits, but the Braves have had some bursts of offense. Viking Run has come in and saved them a little bit, but they got to get more production from their key players. Beast has got to step up, Jet's got to step up, Zaitsev's got to step up. They can still get back to this game.
Lioneers looks like their starting group, minus Li Jiarui from Wu Daihao. Li Jiarui actually plays center a lot of the time in his starting pro career. Nice collab with Bruisewitz, who just missed his dunk by a little bit. Junior Hao knocks down the 3 easy.
Yeah, Junior Hao is another guy you got to worry about him getting hot and hitting a lot of those threes.
Didn't hit threes in his previous 2 games, but felt a lot more confident. Beast, back to Zaitsev. Way off the mark, didn't brick.
Can't get it to go, but I like it. He got him back in the game in the first quarter and the second quarter.
Tough shot. Josh was in his way. Mid-range, there's Lioneers.
There you go. He's taking it up on himself. He knows he's got to get the team back in it. Down 18 now.
Like I mentioned, kind of seen as a change of pace guard, and really wants to assert himself as a guy. But on the Brave, there's so many guys in front of you. With a sidestep, Yunhao, a second one. They call him Xiaolia out of Jianxing University.
Yeah, he's feeling it now. And the Lioneers have done this so well all game. They've gone back to the hot hand. They get the ball to the hot hand.
There's a foul. It looks like Mike Brew against Michael Singletary.
Bruzy getting a little too excited. Junior Hao left wide open. Tian Hao with the great vision.
Corner, that's a miss. Now the other way, Bruce getting the pass from Faust and another transition bucket for the Lioneers.
What a beautiful pass. Perfect bounce pass to Bruce.
Now on the drive, Lioneers, teardrop, left is short. Break it even. 23, Nick Faust, in and out.
Yeah, he'll come back to that. He will not shy away from those shots. He's hit about 5 of them already.
Josh in the pick and roll. That was a better off air. Clean 3.
Yeah, the pick and roll being defended really well by the Lioneers with Zaitsev. They're not even giving Josh the opportunity to make that pass.
Now pass with shadowing Nick Faust. Nice slip pass, and there's Li Jiawei to the hoop to Nick Faust. Almost a nice connection there, but again, Li Jiawei being shot from 3. Beast easily getting by Tian blocked by Jiawei. That's Evan showing up on the defensive end. Might get a block coming after that.
Zaitsev, I mean, he looked a little aggressive there, but I certainly don't think it had the force to force Bruce back that much.
Zaitsev's got 10 points. No look pass, nice by Hall, but nice one. Now that brings Lighting into 18 points. Actually, surpassing Mike Bruce. Still a ways away from Nick Faust 31.
Well, who would have thought that Lighting was going to be the Braves' leading scorer this game?
Josh taking the foul with Zaitsev nearby. A close one. Lighting also not afraid to take the really long rangey threes as well.
He's been hitting them, and you've got to go back to him. He's got the hot hand right now. He's brought him back in the first quarter, the second quarter, now trying to do it again in the third.
Pretty deadly out of baseline play. Throw it out of the trap. Looking it out. Tian Hao try from 3 after he down and out.
And suddenly the Lioneers have gone cold from 3. The Braves need to push it.
It up and out. And a loose ball foul. Looks like it will be for Mike Bruzowitz. Okay, Zaitsev. Definitely could just be a problem just standing in the paint for the opponents. Very personal on Mike Brew on your screen.
Beautiful.
Pass, nice stop by Faust coming over the help.
Yeah, Faust can get it done on both ends of the court.
The rim might have got blocked from the other side.
I think that was blocked.
loose ball. Lai Jing'en and couldn't get the finish.
But another board for Braves.
Throw that in there. Without a doubt, Lai Jing'en. He's getting the foul and almost a bank shot.
He's schooling the young kid.
He's done that to, would you say, dozens, if not hundreds of youngsters.
He's had hundreds of victims for that.
Previously, famously Chen that. Fake the first one and then
look at that. That is textbook.
That'll be our first break in the second half. Braves playing a little better, but still ways to go. Thanks for watching Plus League Basketball. Back after this.
VIP 会员卡到我们 G88 美式餐厅以及德州鲜切牛排上用餐的8折优惠，恭喜第一位朋友！好的，比尔也会继续来找寻第2位以及第3位。要来提醒大家，在我们勇士主场第3节第一个暂停，我们都会要邀请大家自动自发高高举起你的应援手举牌，看看你今天是为了勇士的哪一位球员特别而来哦。看到第2位。也是我们支持新特例的这位小朋友，恭喜你成为我们的 VIP 会员。再来，比尔要来找寻我们第3位朋友，我们有制作手举板的，请你高高的举起，让比尔来发现你。那么也要提醒大家，在这一整季，总共15场的主场，我们也累积了45位的会员，要记得带着你的会员卡。
4 different Plus League tote bags to choose from. Hop on to the Plus League shop, pleagueofficial.com/shop. To start the third quarter off, a couple of threes by Zhu Hao. Looked like the Lioneers would turn on the route, but then the Braves clawed their way back in and are currently a +2 on the third quarter. Now to the timeout first, as Lioneers get a little extra instruction from Coach Greg and company. So an actual just a 2-point foul.
Lioneers go cold. Beast not hitting shots, but what better way to get some buckets than getting to the line?
Rebound, 3 assists, and Ofer on the board. That missed free throw. Got another chance though.
And he can easily come alive at any time.
Beast on the season, come off the bench for the most part after his ankle sprain. And this will be his 6th start of the season, so he's still eligible for 6th man of the year, but not looking like him right now.
Give it some time. He's the beast. Still got another quarter and a half to play.
And it looks like they'll call a 3-second violation, so Braves bringing together a couple good possessions.
Braves figuring some things out. All it takes is a little bit of momentum. Get Winston back in there. Beast takes a little bit of a break. Save him for the rest of the quarter in the 4th. They can still make a run.
14 seconds. Ball, and he's in the game. Stepping in and hitting the runner.
Nice little floater. He had Zaitsev as an option.
Josh is going to get next development. Right now, starting foul.
Another turnover.
Deflection. Winston rejecting the shot. Nice D by number 8 on number 8. Zhu Hao. Stopping so quick. Quick right hook is in, and the run continues for the Braves.
All of a sudden, it's down to 10, Ryan.
All right.
That's a 13-0 run.
So now down by 10, the Lioneers call timeout. They're going to talk things over. Now the Braves do score more at home, 104-94, but right now in this game, the defensive end is really the key. They got the 3-second violation, and they previously got a turnover on a deflected pass, so they're playing a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more at home. with their defensive strategy now than the press they were doing in the first half.
Yeah, and they got the momentum. So they get 2 Brusewitz turnovers, and they score on both possessions. Lioneers hits a big 3 for them earlier. So they got momentum back, and then the Lioneers go both in the 3. They finally knock down some shots. And now they're back in things.
In situations like this, I kind of expect for the Lioneers to try to look to get Oscar more involved. Really to create up the dribble, you know? His shot is coming along a lot better, and really oftentimes he's kind of working on defense too, with getting pokes and getting deflections.
Oh yeah, I think they've got to go back to some, maybe even some little bit of full court press or playing more aggressively with the guards. Braves have struggled bringing the ball up, setting up plays without Joe Lin and without Mike Singletary, foreign import, to set up plays for them. So let's see what they go back to. But offensively, we'll see if they want to get Oscar involved or if they want to go back to Faust and get him hot.
Oscar possession. Faust. Iverson. Screen. Brusewitz, the ball handler. Lioneers distracted him. Lioneers left open. Left it short. In the corner.
Almost another turnover by the Lioneers. See if Braves can capitalize.
Action out of the low post. Lioneers poke from behind from Oscar.
Just like you said, here's Faust.
Scoring on the right side. Not enough of the resistance, but Braves lose an opportunity and the Lioneers take advantage.
Thought Winston might have made a business decision there because I thought a poster dunk was on its way.
Monksha is getting a call for the illegal screen. Got them all kind of physicality in there. Not really set either. You see Oscar poke from behind.
He is so good at that. Braves changes some things up, putting Jet back in the lineup.
So we haven't seen much of Brendan Smart or Jackie. Braves kind of showing hesitation. Faust. Wesley rushes that out of bounds. Although I don't know why he's telling Nick Faust to pass more accurately. He could just use 2 hands.
Don't tell him that. He thought the pass was a little high.
Lioneers in the 3rd quarter now committed 3 turnovers and really not competitive ones. So as I mentioned, Jackie's in there.
See if we can get things going. I would like to see them go to Jet. That also works.
That's Winston. Ty Winston with another 3. He's the 2nd player for the Braves to hit 3-pointers.
When in doubt, turn to the captain, right?
Jackie tries to poke behind, but right to Mike Brew. Brings out that 3. 9-point game as Jackie doesn't go.
Beautiful pass. Unselfish play from Winston. Giving up the 3 even though he just made one and hitting Jackie's stride.
Right now they're off the ball. Call it on the offense.
And the Braves are within 7.
Call it on number 36, Ling Yihui, who's definitely known for his physical play. You see the exploits of the Braves going on a run. That makes it 4 personal fouls for the Lioneers, 14 fouls. 2 for the Braves.
Let's see if they can get it within 5.
Get up the down screen. Kind of what happens when you don't have accurate passes. Everything gets off rhythm.
I like the ball movement, though. They were moving the ball a lot. I thought Jet could have hit a shot over Oscar if he decided to. Thought he had Landlord down low.
Right now, it's a 20-10 third quarter for the home Braves.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
Braves right now switching everything, and Lioneers with another turnover. This time with his hands on the basketball. That makes it 5 for the boys in black.
That's just this quarter, right?
That's just this quarter.
The first half they had 6, so this quarter they're already at 5.
And Coach Greg would kind of say, kind of let them back in the game. Shot fake, runner is in from Lewis. Now it's a 5-point game.
And the Lioneers got to make something happen.
Also, he shot 13 on the quarter. Oscar, sidestep dribble, shoots it way short, and out of bounds helplessly. So Oscar trying to find the rhythm himself. He is 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, just trying to make something out of nothing. They could have extended that play a little bit.
Well, like we mentioned, the Lioneers are going to play a little smaller than the Braves. Down by 5 in the rebounding department.
And Oscar's going to take a seat. Elliott Pan comes in.
Screen from the landlord. Jet trying to get and popping it to Twisted. With the mid-range, and now a 3-point game.
It's a 1-possession game. Foul's super deep. Oh my goodness.
Well, that stops the bleeding a little bit. Sometimes you just got to count on the guys who get you there.
Yeah, Faust, that was basically from half court.
Jack got Elliott off his balance, but now Winston couldn't get the runner. Here come the Lioneers on the break. With space, easy lay-in. Landlord was stuck in concrete there.
Yeah, Landlord did not look too happy to move laterally at that moment. On his heels. Doesn't have that kind of lateral movement right now.
Very high low for Jet and Landlord as Aaron passed. Faust starting the break right to Bruzewicz, who lays it in. Nice pass.
And all of a sudden, a 7-0 run for the Lioneers. They got a little bit of a wake-up call.
There's still a 10-point game, but a turnover. Here come the Lioneers to try to break it open. 5-on-2, but Nick Faust, quick three. Kind of bailed out the Braves there as Bruzewicz lays it in on the second attempt.
Yeah, it's time for a timeout. It's time to regroup if you're the Braves.
They make it a 9-0 run, and as you were saying, the Braves were getting back in the game, but the Lioneers pull the lead back open. Mike Drew definitely loves to go through the left side with the right hand.
Yeah, not too many bigs can move laterally like he can, and especially when he's moving quickly, puts them on their heels, they can't defend that. But now the Braves, they've seen that they can do it. They understand how they can get back in the game. Stop making the turnovers, force some turnovers of your own, make nice shots, good ball movement. We'll be back in the game in no time.
It's like setting the last play to get Jet involved. On the game, only 1 for 6 for 2 points and 4 turnovers. A lot of those coming from his first stint on the floor. So you find your Lioneers Now, as we compliment the Lioneers, have had perfect attendance from their imports in terms of 2 per game. You're allowed to register 3 on your roster, but the rest of the league has had 25 instances where either 1 import or no import for the team, so only a 93% attendance compared to last season's 97%.
Well, it's a great test for the Braves to see how they do and understand, what their lineup looks like with just Zaitsev and without Mike Singletary or PJ. At the same time, gives the Lioneers some great momentum if they can come out of this game with a big win.
Just left open, kind of a lucky one I found.
And Winston with 2 very nice passes to Jackie now in this quarter. They're on the same page.
Braves playing their 4th game in 8 days.
Here's Faust.
Faust is going to ISO on Jet. Shot clock turned off.
This might be a logo shot.
Jet commits the early foul. Did have a couple to give. Just make sure you take that foul before he shoots the 3. Kind of an interesting back and forth because only 4 seconds left. The Lioneers don't want to leave time for the Braves, but going to take that foul. Opportune time. Foul, pop 3.
Wide open.
Baseline J short. The buzzer will sound. We'll head to the final frame. Lioneers up by 10 as the Braves make a little headways back into that big lead. Thanks for watching this Plus League broadcast. The regular season is winding down.
或是2个朋友一起共处大爱心、小爱心、中爱心、天使爱心，将我们的爱心让我在你身边，一起将力量借给我们的勇士队，欢迎你们来！没有默契哦，要有默契，很好。大小爱心统统有，好，我们的奶昔 Tiffany， 各式各样的爱心都来借给勇士，欢迎这一对朋友，谢谢你们来。下一位朋友在哪里？ 来，欢迎你们喽！不要害羞，不要害羞。谢谢，男生非常大方，提出了5彩，谢谢。好了，我们 cosine 的朋友，下一组朋友会在哪里？来喽，欢迎你们喽！不要害羞，给我们一个小爱心可以吗？这位美女，谢谢。来喽，这一队。 来，男生要跟上，谢谢。那我们的营运长，欢迎，给我们一个爱心，谢谢。谢谢到了所有平台支持勇士，一起来，来，这一对朋友，欢迎你们喽，不要害羞，谢谢。
On the upcoming Plus League ballot, the best home court. Follow on Facebook to have your say in which team's venue you support the most. We're here in Hoping Gymnasium, home of the Braves. Of course, last season, the victorious stadium and crowd was the Lioneers Hsinchu County Stadium. Jackie having that one stripped. Nick Faust, up till this point, plus 16. Driving left, tough finish, couldn't get it to go. No imports for the Braves. Zaitsev to start on the bench. Quick fire 3, didn't foul on the ball.
Yeah, questionable call, but should have given him a little bit more space. Nice on Lewis for drawing that foul.
Now remember, fouls technically after the release that are not unsportsmanlike fouls down low. What's count for 2? Getting another look at this one. Lewis just 3 and got ran into. This is why closing after the shooter's side, shooter's hand is so important. But just put that out of bounds.
See if Jet can get going.
Takes the quick 3. Back on here. The offensive.
Faust slow to get up the court. Might be showing some signs of getting a little tired.
Started by Jet as number 11 gets a foul at the rim. Chao So-Yi.
and nice drive.
Got 3 points and 5 rebounds. Able to start in the quarter. Kind of the power forward that they kind of like to go to as Lioneers was injured.
Recognizing he's getting a lane, he's got a lane to the hoop. Faust giving a nice pat on the butt.
Nice 2-for-2 trip. Kind of taking the minutes as well of Captain Lee Jia-rui, who's really lost kind of his role and his identity on the court. Had a pretty good first season.
Nice pass by Jed.
Left it forward. Elliott got his hand on it and causing out of bounds. An unlucky break there. There's Zaitsev checking into the game.
And coach doesn't even need to take it up with Elliott. Elliott's his harshest critic.
Well, win for Zaitsev. He didn't pick up a foul in the third quarter. Of course, played very limited minutes.
Now we got to see if the Braves can get anyone else going. Zaitsev takes the time to spot it up.
Got the mismatch. Quick three. Rattles in.
I think that's his third one. Junior House feeling it.
Braves right now over in the fourth quarter. As Jet called for the offensive foul, bodying Elliott. Elliott will do that. He will be very physical defensively, and you see that elbow. That's no good. You got to use your legs, and a little side eye for that extra stuff.
Yeah, Elliott didn't appreciate that elbow sandwich.
Yep, personal fouls, having a rough game. Of course, you can pressure Elliott when he's the ball handler. A little momentum, switching lanes, and getting the left-handed lay-in. Nice move by number 6.
Yeah, Elliott saying thank you very much for the offensive foul, and I'll take 2 points out of it.
That's his first score. There's a chance.
And he loves that shot. They got to go back to that. Get him involved, get him going.
Still a jet on him, but has to put his hands away. Close miss. Only pushed it out of bounds. This game is not going at the pace the Braves want for the fourth quarter. Down by 5 in frame. Down by 15 overall. Milkshire is checking in.
Getting the landlord some rest. This is it.
Maybe alongside Zaitsev as well. Goes to the basket. Lioneers get away the pass.
Almost called a kick.
Here called with the left-handed finish. The Lioneers have their way in the fourth quarter. Starting things off with a 9-2 run as the Braves have turned it over 3 times. One last break for us on the broadcast. As the Braves talk it over on their bench. Lioneers looking to take this one. Jiekou Lioneers with a 17-point lead. As we were talking about giving them credit for getting their imports in early, good management, maybe a little bit of luck with a good health. They've turned around from 9 wins last season to 19 wins this season. Win number 20 and the first seed heading into the playoffs. They switched up from Hashim Tabit, who only came in and debuted January 1st, to Simbular, who participated in the preseason, so they got that familiarity going. They've added former Brave Kuo Sao Jie, got Li Yihui from the SPL, who was good for them early, and the Touring House come on kind of later as their rookie. So Coach Greg and General Manager Kenny have done a great job for the squad. They can foul Lighting and going to the rim.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot of pieces to build with. They also have the Rookie of the Year, former Rookie of the Year Oscar Cow, who has not had a sophomore slump and playing great basketball when he's been healthy. Nick Faust has been a great player for them, only going on to score 45 and 47. So nearly the scoring record if it wasn't owned by Simbular. And then just a ton of other pieces that you already mentioned who they can build around.
Hasn't played until now. Lai Tian comes in and gets the foul on Faust, but he misses the first free throw. Having a career game, 18 points already. As mentioned, his high from the 1 for 2 and great. About now.
Yeah, let's see if they can get back.
Josh getting in the way of that. He was guarding Faust, but Wesley jumping in there. The referees jumped in on it, but there's a man down for the Lioneers. It's Wesley nursing that left knee. Get another look. Hopefully he's all right. Good defense by Josh, and got ran into. Maybe got a little twisted there with Zaisa fighting for the basketball.
Yeah, no foul intent there. It's just a loose ball. Guys going at it. And credit to the Braves. I mean, they're down almost 20 and they're still going at it hard. And this is when they're going to make their run, when Faust is coming out, taking a little bit of a rest. Less offensive firepower for the Lioneers.
They go out with 8:38 left. Elliott and Oscar back right now. Quick three by Elliott. It's off the mark. Braves were able to hold the Lioneers to 33 field goal percentage in the first two matchup. As Zaisa called for the offensive foul, trying to body was Xiao Sunyi. That'll be 5 for him, but I think these fouls are so indicative of Big Z's rough night. Got his hand involved and taking Xiao Sunyi, though he might argue I'm just that much taller than him.
Yeah.
It's kind of an awkward position, but you kind of put the referees in a spot where you kind of have to call it.
He knows where his elbows are, and he knows where the other guy's head is located. He's got to take more care, even when up against a smaller player, especially when you already have 4 fouls.
Xiao Sunyi answers right back with an assist to Elliott. That's the good toughness that the Lions have shown a lot better in the second season and the second half of the season.
There you go, within 15.
Lioneers game, but the Braves mixed in performance again. Got to make a run about now. Gosh, spun around by Ucall and stopped by 3 Braves.
There you go. If you're the Braves, this is what you want to see. You want to see the fight. You don't want to see them go away and say, okay.
Alex is still arguing for more calls after getting a call.
Like that, just having some friendly discussions with the refs, asking them what they're doing for the weekend.
It's the only game scheduled for this weekend. Here's Isaac with 12 points, 10 rebounds. Heading to the line. Only got 1 block. the line. Leading Braves shooters in three-point percentage at 41%. Elliott backdoor. Lewis. Good answer. We'll get the turnover. By that I mean good adjustments. Switching on to a bunch of guys.
That's what you need if you're the Braves. Keep this going. You got to get someone else hot, though.
Only 2 Braves in double digits. The Oscar would be a little unlucky with the foul there. I say 2 double digit scored. Lioneers only have 2, but their 2 is 36 by fouls, 23 by Bruzewicz, 19 for Leitingun, 12 for Zaitsev. Quite a ways away. Braves late on the activation for this inbound. Zaitsev keep away.
Zaitsev playing within the double team, still no one cutting to the basket for him.
Nice hands and Leitingun misses, but there's Big Z. Put that.
There you go. If they can get Big Z going, they can get back in the game. Still 6 minutes. You got to play D though.
Driving, receiving the bump, and still finishing. Good job by him.
Still driving down the lane, going, kicking it to the left, finishing with his right. You're right, Ryan. He does that all the time, and it doesn't seem to fail.
Oscar got in the way of it. One-man break to the hoop. Lioneers with 99 points. And back to a 16-point lead. That was the margin when Faust and Wesley went off. Oscar's really good at certainly getting on the stat sheet late in games. Good job by Faust. Flings it with the left hand and in.
Great change of speed. Great little floater by Oscar. You never know exactly what he's going to do. You never know if he's going to pull up, if he's going to drive down, hit a floater, or if he's just going to drive straight to the cup for a layup.
Leitingun trying to get it back. It is high arc a little bit off the mark. We call it a ball.
Yeah, now we're starting to see the Braves get frustrated.
The Braves just take a foul there, plainly.
Yeah, Bruzewicz just gets the position.
Now on the game, the Braves with 17 turnovers, Lioneers with 12. Oof. And also, they're up by 5 in the rebounding margin, but sometimes those turnovers are way more costly, especially if you have Oscar in the game. Bruzewicz holding off Lewis. Hearing how deep three, almost got it. Braves not in any hurry. Goes to the cup. It's a lucky call on Bruzewicz at the rim.
Yeah, they get the call, but the Braves just look confused on offense. They didn't even know who they want taking the ball up the court. No play.
No sense of urgency. Braves have only got up 10 shots on the court to the Lioneers 12. The Lioneers hit on 7 though. Mike Brew will take a seat. Right now, Lioneers in firm control of this one.
Yeah, Lioneers got to be happy with this momentum. You also got to be happy seeing this lineup and knowing that if they need to go back to it for whatever reason, if Sim needs some rest, they've got this lineup and they can understand how it works so they can analyze this. And it's probably going to give a lot of teams trouble.
Playing a lot of switching defense and playing aggressive with their MO as Oscar almost gets another one. Now the Braves are running. Got the switch. And the Lioneers hold firm. Nice from 3. Now a 20-plus point game. 22 to be exact. Already hit on 4 3-pointers.
Well, the silver lining, if you're the Braves, is lighting on. You might have something with this kid.
Lighting on, 25 years old from Yilan. Same town with teammate Tang Zongxian. Those two guys kind of have a funny back and forth as who's the best player out of Yilan. On the other side, Oscar in that region too, but no Lao Da good kind of razzing about it.
Well, no question Jet hasn't beat career-wise, but certainly this game, I think might have something to say to Jet in the locker room once they're done analyzing what went wrong here.
Long arms, threat to pick your pocket.
Good to see the Braves regrouping. Still going at it.
Got his hands on the Lioneers. Maybe the defense, but maybe by choice. Nick Faust right now with 36 points. So you could say he's kind of calmed down, but the Lioneers have maintained their lead. So another timeout on the floor. It's also key for the Lioneers to see if they can keep their focus and maybe execute some of the sets that coaches draw up. We see on screen 1 timeout each. As it's too late now, but fans, for your information, all 16 members of the Fubon Angels here for this game. Now the Lioneers seem their defense really improved in the second season. Their scoring's kind of stayed about the same, 101 to 102 offensive rating, but defensively they shaved off 6 points, and now are a league best 5.3 net rating. It's of course personnel, but of course I think the maturity of how their coaching staff goes about their business too. Coach Greg, second year at the pro level, has had a really good game plan for the entire season. He's talked about it on the podcast Chosan Ipai. Start of the season, they trying to get Sim in shape and in rhythm. Went to him on the block and ISO a lot, but down the middle and the later half they say, Sim, we need to get you involved in pick and rolls because your conditioning is up to the task to maybe get up and down a little bit more. And of course, individual players have seen their game improve. So a really commendable job by the Lioneers staff.
Oh yeah, they're building this team. You can tell this team is going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. I know they finished in last place last season, but they've really taken it upon themselves to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Shot for Li Yihui. And Xiao Sunyi right on top of it. Rushes out of the battle. Team rebound for the Braves. Really, from top to bottom, everybody's been on the floor for the Lioneers. Kind of been a positive. Matching up on defense and minimizing some mistakes on offense. Winston, lucky ball. Say 10-point game.
See if the Braves can make a run.
Biggest turnaround of the season, 21 points, 5 receivers. As Bruzova slips on the elbow of the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Everybody's okay. The landlord again, wherever he is, can find the passing angles and get his assists.
Yeah, and that's good defense. I mean, that's just a pretty pass.
It's done one thing with 3 assists on the game. Second to Josh, Dokoryu's 6, but key for Josh, only 1 turnover. It's a bad one, but pretty consistent on Dokoryu running as a transition There's Josh to Winston, but blocked. Well, that's kind of a personnel issue. It was a pretty fancy pass.
Well, if you're the Braves, you got to be happy about how the young guys have played and how the local players have played to come back into the game, being down at times, multiple times, by 20+ points.
Elliott missing three again. Braves a little bit zoned up there. Another back. Jackie lay it in. All right, now an 8-point lead. Not over yet. I mean, the Lioneers can milk out every possession that is, but you don't want to take that risk.
It's not over till it's over. Oh,
get a turnover. But Winston on the spin move gives it back. So you couldn't punish them, and well, what you could say about that one is they need a little bit of time on the clock.
I would like to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency from the Braves.
Lewis missing the three, and that could have put him back in the game.
Yeah, that might be it. Now an 8-possession game is going to, 8-point game, this is going to be tough to climb back in.
Lioneers down from their typical 114 per game performance against the Braves here, but Mike Bruzewicz might have put the finishing touches on that one. That deep shot.
Yeah, that's a dagger. That's what you call a dagger shot, and the whole bench knows it.
Lioneers looking to take the #1 seed in the Plus League. Shot by Mike Brew. Pairing up with Nick Faust for the first time and looked pretty okay. It is with the Braves a little short-handed. They've played well in stretches, but really overall, kind of disappointing game for the Braves. Last game of the season, last home game.
What's that?
Yeah, they're going to have to go back and look at the tape. They're going to have to go and see what went wrong, and then they're going to have to regroup for the playoffs. But good news is you're not at full strength. You've had guys step up. You could have easily stayed behind 20+ points and given up. But good to see, the young guys, the local players climb back in. Winston took charge. You didn't get Beast or Jet to step up points-wise. But Jet had some very nice passes, some good defensive plays. Stepped up and guarded Nick Faust when he needed to.
On the other side for the Lioneers, Julian Hall, the only local with double-digit scoring. But 1, 2, by my count, 11 players have scored in the game. They've really gotten whatever they wanted when they execute. Don't we say that about every team? Sometimes getting lucky in the first half with Nick Faust and Mike Bruzewicz, but they really turned things around after not a great third quarter.
Yeah, the Lioneers have relied on some very nice shooting from Bruzewicz and from Faust.
Put on a press. Light by 8, 3-possession game. Lost it right to Oscar. Xiaoshui down low, and even if they don't shoot, that would be an okay possession for the Lioneers. No look pass, Jarre. Xiaoshui, and missing at the hoop. Xiaoshui still having those bumpy moments, but Evan picks him up with a 2 inside. Jackie, backcourt trade, 7-point game. There's anybody foul. It is Xiaoshui. Evan will go to the line. Landlord's foul. Jarre on the season has only hit 15 of 32. Relatively small sample size. He is dealing with that hand injury that's bothered him so much of the season. Look at that big wrap on the right hand. Here's a natural left hand. That's the first one to go. during this stretch with Oscar out, you're also seeing good play out of their mostly backup point guard, Tian Hao.
Very nice play from Tian Hao.
But of course, Oscar will come back in and can assert himself, no matter if it's on the defensive or offensive side. Two guys, rookies last year. Two improvements. Landlord's air ball. Lioneers throw it around. And the clock will wind down.
Winston still looking for a nice last-second steal.
But that's the buzzer, and the Hsinchu Jieko Lioneers are your regular season champs. Going to be heading to the playoffs with the first seed, and the Braves still to determine their fate with the Dreamers and the New Taipei Kings slated as of right now to play the Lioneers in the best-of-5 series we expect. But of course, with the situation in Taiwan with COVID and with stadium availability, we'll see. Stay tuned to all Plus League channels for that information. But join us for the post-game coverage as the Lioneers walk out of here victorious. Maybe didn't play great in the second half, but they built up the cushion to their credit in the first half, and down the stretch they were able to stop Braves' runs when they kind of were taking off a little bit.
Oh, and they've got to be super happy with this season, going from literally last place to first place. And how sweet is it to win first place the Plus League regular season in the Braves' home stadium?
We're kind of getting word that one of the key components of that was the coaching staff. Coach Greg will be joining our post-game coverage interview with Aaron and Mark on the Mandarin side. I'm Ryan Chen, joined by Alex Olin of the East Asia Super League. Maybe we'll get to work together more on broadcast or in maybe what is a exciting championship competition. But on that later, as we have Coach Greg courtside.
谢谢，还好。对啊，我们努力专注在赛季的比赛上面。
The game, and Coach Greg saying that's just our process. Asked about the import duo.
其实这个比赛的内容都是在我们预测之内，因为其实我们在练习的时候已经做好这套阵容的准备，然后所以在今天的表现，球队的表现，球员表现，然后我很令他们感到欣慰。
Within our game plan, and we just executed. Now asked about sweeping the Braves here at Heping for 3 games. And then asked about their 12 road victories in 15 games.
其实我们球员就是很专注在比赛上面，然后在客场，反而对支持我们球迷比较少，然后我们会更专注在比赛上面，然后所以在比赛的时候反而比较好的结果。
Maybe because a little less pressure. They do have a good fan base that travels, but it's
我们现在已经尽全力的在让他接受治疗，然后已经先回新竹去做医生的评估呀，希望不要影响到。
That hopefully he'll be ready for the playoffs. He's already began treatment today after getting initial evaluation today. We'll go to a break before wrapping. getting a final word in on this game as the Lioneers are victorious, 108-99. And there's the combined team statistics there on your screen. The shooting splits kind of close to the same, but the Lioneers take advantage of going to the line a few more times and also very accurate. It's kind of unlike them. 18 for 20 at the free throw line. That's +8 because the Braves, only hit 10. And Alex, as we wrap things up, doing what is expected of you in a competitive environment like pro basketball is tough. The Lioneers coming into this season with a little bit more expectations and they're able to execute. They're very good against playoff teams. They're very good on the road. And of course, they got that rabid home fan base to lean back on. So they're looking very strong heading into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, you've got to be excited if you're a Plus League fan for these playoffs. Last year, Braves dominated. Everybody this year has kind of built teams to beat these Braves. Now the Braves finishing second, or at the very least, not first in these Plus League final regular season standings. And they got to be a little worried going into the playoffs as the defending reigning champions.
That's right. If the Dreamers win 2 games, or if actually they win 1 game, they'll have the head-to-head advantage against the Braves. So that 2 and 3 seed might swap. Meanwhile, the Steelers and Pilots have just a few games left on the schedule. Well, on behalf of Aaron, Yang-Chen and Mark Tionkui, I'm Ryan Chen, and thanks, Alex, for joining our broadcast.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been great.
On behalf of the 6 teams in the league, thank you for joining this broadcast. We'll see you in the next one.